As much success as the Marquette women's basketball team has tasted throughout the years, they've never savored a trip to the NCAA tournament. But their hot start this season has put them on the right side of the bubble so far. The Golden Eagles were picked to finish 10th in the Big East Conference this season, but instead of sulking around campus, the team used it to their advantage and got fired up for the season ahead.
Of course, it's a stinger, that knowing that we're picked, that low in the Big East, but, at the same time, we know what we're capable of, and, we just try to get better each and every day in practice, and that just made us more hungry, to finish that well in non-conference going into Big East play.
Whenever we get the Big East rankings, we never look at it anyway, because, I feel like we're always underestimated, especially this year, and it really doesn't matter where you start. It's all about where you finish.
I understand completely why they picked us there. It's where we finished, and we've been kind of in that middle of the pack area, so being picked 10th doesn't bother me at all. I tell our players it's where you finish that counts. If we were on the other side of it and we were picked higher, I wouldn't change any differently how I coach, because really it's where you finish, and I think that's where our ultimate focus is right now.
The Golden Eagles won their first 6 and 8 out of the first 9 games to start their non-conference season.
I mean, obviously before every season I don't know what our record's going to be, but I do know that we have tremendous leadership, and we're very unselfish, and we're willing to work hard, and with that combination you're going to have a chance in any game. And so I felt like as we went on, we just kept getting better. We developed our combinations, and different people were stepping up different games, multiple games of 4 or 5 people in double figures.
But when college basketball juggernaut UConn made their way onto the schedule, it was a bit of an eye-opener.
I think it was an eye-opener for all of us. We played them pretty decent in the first half. It wasn't the best basketball we played, and we know that we could have played better. At the time, they're number 1 in the nation, so we all knew we had to get tougher after that loss.
As much as the 5 returning players from last year saw against UConn, imagine what the 5 freshmen on this year's team saw. Quite the welcome to the Big East.
It was pretty early in the season, halfway through non-conference. So after that, I think it was a wake-up call. I don't think they were expecting that as much, and especially for that to be our first game, but I think it was good for them.
Look at the first 4 games we've had to play against 4 top 15 opponents. You have UConn, and it's like, whoa, they really took it to us, and it's a measuring stick. Hey, this is the best, not just in our league, but in the country. This is what we need to do. You turn around, you play Notre Dame, who in my mind is certainly top 10. Then, you have Georgetown, West Virginia, and I think they just kept understanding it never stops in our league.
After the UConn setback and a loss at home to 12th-ranked Notre Dame, the team was at a crossroads. Either fold under adversity or push forward even harder. Their decision was evident in consecutive wins over 14th-ranked Georgetown and 7th-ranked West Virginia.
We came off, our home loss against Notre Dame, and we weren't happy about that game at all. And we just had this passion and grit about us, and the will just come out, and knowing that we were capable of playing with the top 25, top 15 teams in the nation, and we executed and we won.
No, we go into every game just playing Marquette basketball. We don't look at it like, oh my God, this team's so much better. We just play how we know how to play. We play really hard with all of our hearts, and I think that it really showed in those 2 games.
The team's on a roll now, and with only 4 games left on the schedule against teams with winning conference records, you can expect them to use the same formula the rest of the way.
I don't care about rankings. I don't care about people talking about top 25. None of that matters to me. I mean, honestly, none of that matters to me. I want our team to stay humble and hungry. We do that, we're going to be fine.
We got to stay humble and hungry, and eventually we'll get the respect that we deserve.
Later in the show, see